Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we're finally doing our savings tracker setup for the month of June. The sheet that I have here is from my June budget kit. This is in design 2 and it's the savings tracker. The planner that I have is the Erin Condren planner. This is the planner that I usually always use, and this is in the color blend design. This is just the monthly planner. So let's go ahead and set this up. I believe for this month, I'm going to be reevaluating things since I am planning on changing some things up, especially since we're going to start focusing on paying our debts and accomplishing some other savings goals. And you know what actually sucks? I just realized, well, it's not that I just realized, but I think I just kept forgetting, but we have to start saving for our daughter's birthday. It's her first birthday, and normally we wouldn't do like a gigantic birthday party, but we are this time for her first birthday. And it's also gonna be the first time my side of the family, like my aunts and uncles and stuff, is gonna be meeting Dustin's side of the family. The only other people who have met them so far is my one aunt and my one uncle, so this should be interesting. So we're going to be doing that. So we do want to have it at like a restaurant, and the way it's gonna be like family style meals too. So per table, I believe it was like roughly 300. I need to go look at it again, but essentially I'm planning on trying to save around 3,000 by September. It's very late for us to start saving, but I still think that we should be able to get something done by then. So I am going to be looking at that today too. You guys might hear my daughter. She's downstairs and she's making like parrot noises. So if you guys hear her, I do apologize. But I had some leftover stickers from my variable income spread, and I always end up using these 2 dots for this spread. So we're going to put that here. It's going to look very similar to the previous months for the savings tracker with the same categories, but I actually do plan on changing things up since I don't think I'm going to be doing Saveopoly anymore. Yeah, I think I'm going to be focusing, instead of Saveopoly, I'm going to just start saving for her birthday. So we're going to be doing that in the weekly check-ins instead. And actually the perfect insert I have is the cash challenge, or the cash collect savings challenge, so that if I am able to complete it by September, that'll be like the perfect amount. I'm hoping that it doesn't take the full 3,000 for this one dinner. We will see. So let's just hope and see how it goes. But right now I'm just laying down my base. This is kind of what I am just accustomed to doing. I'd like to lay down these 8 dots for 8 different savings categories that I like to split up the account into. If you guys know, then you guys know I love breaking down my categories into multiple subcategories. We are cashless budgeters, so using these spreads is definitely very helpful for me to be able to track every single category that we have, since everything is electronic and everything is in our bank account. It definitely is a must for us to keep everything organized, or I'll just be so confused like all the time. I believe for the month of July, I am finally going to be doing the, well, I guess you could say beginner's guide to electronic budgeting. I'm definitely not like an expert or anything, but I've received questions from you guys over the last couple years about like how to start and how I do things. So it's gonna be like a how-to guide for our budget method. Is gonna be like the best way to go about it, but that is gonna be in July. I definitely went off topic. Okay, so I laid everything down. This is the base of it, and I put all the lines down as well. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. So for this savings tracker, this specific savings spread, this is with an external account that we house at Ally. It's separate from our main bank accounts. The reason why I do that is I just like having it out of view so I don't get tempted to use it, or I don't get overly obsessed with it is the best way to say it. I can just focus on what I can see, while this account is a high interest account, so I do collect interest off of this account every month, which is great. So we're going to go through the different categories. For our Saveopoly I think when we do our wrap up for the first quarter, that's when we're going to go ahead and like figure something out with this and fill in, because most likely I think I'm going to merge Saveopoly with the emergency funds, which is what I'm going to do next month most likely. But for this month, what we're ending with is for Saveopoly, we're ending with $1,335.04. That was after we added Saveopoly. This month again, we actually do have to add Saveopoly as well. But for Saveopoly, the goal to save, there is no specific goal. It's just to save as much as we can for Saveopoly. The percent to the goal is of course NA as well, because there's no, we can't calculate it since there's no set goal. I just like to have it split up in this way just for me to be able to see things. I always have it split up where it's the name of the category, then we have the goal amount. So for emergencies, we're trying to save $12,500 for 3 months of emergency funds. And how we got that number is we did set it up together at the beginning of the year for our emergency funds. We're going to save around 3 months of emergency funds for $12,539. And you know what I realized too? I just had like late night thoughts, and I just realized that I didn't have sewer, water, or car insurance in here. So next time I do this, I have to remember those categories to add them in here as well. But that is a different story. But anyway, so we have that goal number that we're trying to save. Then I have a percentage to how close we are to reaching that goal. Like for example, our pups savings fund, we have a goal of $1,500. The current amount in there is $1,500, so that's 100% to that goal. So for emergencies last month, we were at $8,550.12. We did end up saving some money to emergencies, so now we're currently at $8,939.56. So let me actually write those both in real quick. Alright, so that is how much we have in there, and we're at 71.5% to that goal, which is pretty sweet. Then we have a few other categories. We have for Bean. Bean is the nickname we have for our daughter. The goal for her category is also NA, since we're just saving as much as we can. This is basically like her savings. We'll probably eventually move it out to her own savings eventually, but as of right now, it's just with us. But the amount in here is currently $2,243.04. I don't know where the 4 cents came from. Is that like a mistake? It is a mistake. And for her birthday, this is separate. This is just for her overall growth. I don't want to pull from this account for her birthday money. I just want to see if we can accumulate the money on our own. But we have our pups category. The goal for this is $1,500. And then the amount in here is that amount. So we're at 100% for this goal. Then we have our home category. This is just for anything home related. Like if we have to, hopefully it doesn't happen anytime soon, but we have to replace something or fix something, or those big bill expenses, for example, hopefully those times don't come anytime soon. But this is what that is for. So our goal in here is for $12,500, which I actually realized is the same one for emergencies. I actually didn't even know that at first. That is what that is. And the amount in here currently is at $2,000. We really haven't been adding to any of these other categories. They've kind of just been here for a while because we've been focusing on our emergencies and Saveopoly at the moment. So for a new vehicle, and this probably won't be for like quite a long time as well, but our goal for this is currently at $25,000. And I've explained this before that you definitely don't need $25,000. It's just something that we wanted because we've went through so many used cars, and it's just, I don't know what type of luck we have, but for us, like, we just want to do a new car, and right now the market and everything is just not gonna happen. anytime soon. So we're gonna stick to our one car and just pray nothing happens for as long as possible. But we have this account that hopefully eventually we'll be able to focus on to start growing, because we do want like a gigantic car that will fit like our whole family in, like with our 2 pups, and if we have multiple babies, and if we go on a trip. So that is the reason behind the number for a vehicle, because for sure there are much better values out there than getting a new car. It's just something that we want and that fits our family. It might not be the smartest decision, but it's okay. We'll get there when we get there, since we have no plans to get a new vehicle anyway for like another few years. But the next category is vacations. And for our vacations, our goal amount is, what is it? It is at $5,000. And currently we're at 30% of the goal, because the amount in here that we have is at $1,500. And then vehicle was 10%. I realized I didn't say that. The last thing that we have in here is other. And because I do have a couple of other categories that I just still want to keep private to ourselves, so that is what this is for me to fill in. And all of this I'll just leave kind of blank. But that is what the savings tracker looks like. Since we're here and we're talking about like our savings tracker and goals and stuff, I do plan on using, instead of doing our Saveopoly again for this month of June, I actually do want to start using this Cash Collect Savings Challenge. This is for 1,000 and 2,000 on both sides. So if I'm able to finish both of these sides, essentially, at first I wanted to use this to finish saving for our emergency funds category and just be able to be done and successfully have achieved saving the full 3 months for this year. But since we do have to save for our baby's birthday and giant family gathering, I do want to just save from both sides. If I'm able to finish this hopefully by September, I don't know how realistic that is. I'm just gonna dive right into it. This will be able to fund her category, and then after that I'll probably just like wipe everything down, remove everything, and then start again to finish out that emergency funds. So that's like my goal going forward. I don't know how likely that is, but we'll see, because I do have goals to pay for our debt tracker too, for this one debt. Things are kind of all over the place. I feel like everything's happening at once too, so we're just trying to get there. We'll slowly navigate through week by week, month by month. I'll be doing it with you guys, so you guys will definitely see the progress of things and how things start looking after a couple of months. But this is what the savings tracker looks like. I feel like I talked more in previous videos for this, but I guess not. But since we're here, let's just revisit this real quick. I don't think I'm going to officially write this over until we do our pre-balance, which should be one of the next videos. But we are planning on taking around $317 from our sinking funds and putting it in our savings tracker for Saveopoly. But we're going to be doing that since May was the last time for Saveopoly. I had so much fun with Saveopoly, honestly. I went to jail quite a bit, and I'll probably bring this back into my budget again in the future. I'm going to have savings challenges in rotation quite often, so we'll see this again for sure. After we add the $317, our Saveopoly will be at $1,652.04, which is nice. Most likely all of that money from Saveopoly is going to go into our emergency funds. And then for our second quarter results video that we're going to be doing the results video for our savings trackers too, and we're going to be coloring in what we're missing. I'm definitely getting ahead in this video because I'm just jumping from page to page, so I do apologize. But let me just stop here before I babble on even further. But that was a really short video. I hope that you guys still enjoyed it, even though it was very brief talking about the savings tracker. Next month, things will look slightly different because I am going to be moving things around and refocusing things. So we'll see how it goes then. But I hope that you guys still enjoyed the video nonetheless. Thank you guys so much as always for tuning in. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!